everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Tech My Hire. So this time we have Pawan with us. So he came forward to share his interview experience with Wipro. So and the best thing is he himself, mailed us the showing interest to share his experience. So firstly, thank you very much, Pawan, to showing your interest in sharing your experience through our channel. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. So coming to you, your experience and all. So firstly, can you tell about yourself to our audience?
My full name is R.V. Pawan Kumar, and recently I completed my graduation from Srinidhi Institute of Science and Technology, Hyderabad. And currently I've been placed in two companies, which are TCS and Wipro. So yeah, that's it.
Oh, great. So you got placed in TCS and Wipro. Great. So coming to Wipro,
Yes.
you got placed through NLTH, right? National Talent.
Yeah, National Talent.
Okay. So talking about Wipro NLTH, so how was your interview happened? How many rounds were there, and what kind of questions were happened asked to you and all?
Yes, actually there are two rounds of interview. One is TR and other one is HR.
Okay.
Yeah, and after clearing the written test, you'll be sent a survey mail if you are shortlisted for the interview. In the survey mail, you should fill your interest. Based upon the interest, they will schedule your interview, TR interview. So after TR interview, if you get shortlisted, they'll call you for HR interview. Okay. So there will be a gap span of 1 week between each. Between you filling the survey mail and attending the TR interview.
Before moving further, let me tell you something. Unacademy brings you a platform called Career as a Software Developer. So there you can watch different live shows like crack top brands, tips on technical and interview rounds, understand the hiring process, architecture breakdown of popular apps, interview of top technical leaders and the folks with made it big, and how to join big tech brands and improve your coach of profile, and lot many other shows as well. So if you are a student or a working professional who is looking for a great career in software development, then you have to think about all these aspects. So and among these shows, I would like to tell you about cloud computing with Aditya. So in this show, Aditya would cover comparison in between Azure, AWS, GCP, and what are the needs for cloud computing. He will also discuss about networking, coding, DevOps and certification for AWS. So the series would cover career paths as well as holistic content for cloud computing. This is the show for people who are enthusiastic to learn about cloud computing and how the infrastructure of cloud computing ecosystem works. So I have given the link in description, so you can join through the link and watch this live show. So I have given a link in description. When you click on that, you will be redirected to an academy portal. So there you can just click on get subscription, and now you need to pay total amount of 999 for 1 year subscription, and when you use my coupon code techmyhire, you will get 10% discount. So when you enter my code and click on apply, you will get 10% discount, which means you are just paying 899 for an year and 75 per a month. So what are you waiting for? Get the subscription from an academy and watch all these live shows and increase your standards with the IT. Coming to TR round specifically, so what kind of questions you got from the TR interview?
The meet took place in Microsoft Teams. So firstly, the interviewer introduced himself, and the obvious question was introduce you about yourself along with the project which I have done in my graduation.
Okay.
So yeah, I have given him the clear-cut introduction along with the project. You should. I suggest you people to mention your project in detail, so it would have a good impact. So yeah, I have said that. And the second one is he asked about the programming language, which I know very well. Okay. So I have given him the reply as C, C++, and Java, and etc. The next question was he asked about differences between this C++ and Java. So I just want to say one thing. So if the interviewer asked about anything like differences, you should mention at least 5 to 6 points. Okay. So it would have a good impact on you, on the interviewer's mind. So I have given the reply. And the fourth question is he asked about the memory allocations in Java. So yeah, I have said the answer for this as well. And fifth question is he asked about the latest technology.
What are the technologies that you know?
Yeah, the latest. I too didn't understand the question properly, so I asked him again, like in what terms I should give the answer. So it was like any computer science related technologies like cloud computing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, so that kind of related to that kind of technologies. So I gave the answer. So actually in my introduction I mentioned my weaknesses as no. So he caught that and he asked me a question like the next question like, if you are feeling to say no, so how would you handle pressure at IT? That kind of question he asked. So I gave him the reply. So these questions are, I suggest people like these questions are a bit tricky. So you need to think properly and answer. While answering, you should think twice.
Yes.
Last technical question was he asked about the process used in laptops. So I gave him the answer, and he asked about the latest processors. So I told him that I have no idea about latest process. So I know this far I know, like that I told him. So this also a point should be noted. Like if you don't know, you should say no straight away. You shouldn't waste the interviewer's time. It's also an important point, which I feel. And last four questions were like about the relocation, about the service agreement, and about the any education gaps are there or not. He asked me, and it was a 25 minutes interview. So
Great.
It went very smoothly. At the meeting.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So completing your TR interview. So after a span of 1 or 2 weeks, you got your mail for the HR interview.
Yeah, within a week I got a mail from HR interview.
So then you joined the HR interview and you attended that. Okay. So coming to HR in specific, so what kind of questions you got in HR interview? Yeah,
the one obvious question was tell me about yourself.
Yes,
that was the question. And second one was about your weakness. So I have only mentioned my strengths this time. So she asked me like, you have told me your strengths. So what about your weakness? So I had told him I have to, like, you should mention your weakness in such a way that it shouldn't have any direct impact on the work which you do after joining the company.
Just in that manner, you should not sound like a negative thing.
Yeah, exactly. So in that way, you should mention your weakness. That's the one point. And tell me that how you got habituated to this virtual world. So that was a question. And what is the moment I cherished a lot during my college days? That was the question. I told her the answer. The question was, so if I have a conflict in a team, so how would I handle the conflict? So that was the question she asked. So I gave her a perfect reply. So she was impressed with my answer.
Okay.
And the next question was she asked like what motivates me a lot about the service agreement, about the relocation, and about the education gaps.
Okay, again.
That was the last question, and it went very smoothly again. And this time it was a 10 minutes interview.
So you've given your TR interview, and later after a week you got your HR interview mail and attended that. So after completing your HR, within a week or so, you got your result, right?
Yeah. Within a week I got the result.
That's great.
Within a week I got the letter of intent mail.
Which means you got selected for Wipro.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's great. So coming to the written test, like what is the pattern of a written test and what kind of questions that you can expect?
The written test was divided into 3 sections. The first section was about the first section is again subdivided into 3 sections, which are first numerical ability, verbal ability, and the reasoning ability. These are the 3 sections.
Okay.
And the section 2 was a coding section. So the coding section contains of two coding questions. The first one was easy. Second one was from easy, moderate to hard level.
Okay.
You should complete this coding section within time span of 45 minutes.
Okay.
So the first question was very easy. So it's like if you know the one mathematical formula, you would be able to crack it. So the second question was based upon strings, arrays, and some design patterns or number patterns. That was the second coding question. So the second coding question takes a time.
Okay.
So the section 3 was about essay writing. So here it's the essay writing time span was about you need to complete it in 20 minutes. So and the cutoff is you need to write a minimum of 400 words essay. So the topics will be of basic topics. So in my case, I was given a topic about if you are been to a picnic, so how would you arrange your things and how would you manage your friends to the picnic, and how would
Okay.
you enjoy in the picnic? This was the topic given to me. So
Okay.
yeah, you need to complete in 2 minutes, 20 minutes. Sorry. Yeah, that was the final section.
Good, good. So, in which platform this written test happened? Like any AMCAT or something?
Yeah, the written test was happened on AMCAT.
Okay, it's an AMCAT test.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So, Pawan Kumar, like in current situations, like every interview is happening virtually mostly. So,
Yes,
for
yes.
these kind of interviews, and being a recent graduate, who got placed in MNCs like TCS and Wipro, what kind of suggestions
Yes,
that you would
yes.
like to give for the freshers who are willing to join IT, and that too who are since the interviews are virtual, what kind of things they should take care of?
Yes, yes. I know if a person is the one who is attending his first interview, I know it's a bit nervous, but what we need to, you should keep your calm. You should collect all your thoughts and you should keep your calm, and you should start giving the interview. So basically, in the technical interview, you should only concentrate thoroughly on your resume. It's more than enough, and some basics. If you're a computer science student, you should go into depth concepts. So if you are non-IT, other than computer science or IT, so there's no need to worry much. So you need to just be thorough in your resume, and you need to just know the basics of the computer language, which you know.
Okay.
That's it. And coming to HR is simpler than TR. So basically, you need to just be yourself, and you need to answer with a clarity of thought. And the clarity is the most important thing. And once, if any tricky question comes up, so you need to think twice and answer it, so that it won't be a problem while you join, after you join. Yeah, that was
Okay.
my suggestion.
Okay, true. So some of the tips that you gave is really informative. Right? That's true. So it's some being
Yes,
a fresher, or who is going to face the interviews, someone must keep these points in mind, right? So okay, Pawan,
Yes.
so summarizing everything, like coming to the Wipro NLTH, after clearing the written test, it would be a TR interview, and if you are able to clear the TR, then only you will be moved to the HR, and that's where you will be
Yes.
attending the HR. And if you are able to clear all these rounds, you will be given the job offer from Wipro, right?
Yes, exactly.
Good. So I think we are about to end the call. Like everything that you shared till now is being informative and all. And I should thank you once again, like showing interest in sharing your experience through our channel. Thank you again, Pawan.
Yes. Actually, I too have learned a lot from this channel. I too have watched some interview experience from your channel only. So it was very helpful.
Thank you.
I always watch regularly your channel.
Okay.
So yeah, it was
Thank you
so useful. And as I suggest many of them to watch the interviews which we experiences. It would be very helpful, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Pawan. Thank you.